This is Don't Panic, episode number 256, recorded October 21st, 2019. False information. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this episode of Don't Panic, the technology podcast on gadgets, the internet, and you. I've said that 100 times. I don't know what's so hard about it. Thanks for joining us. I am Shaun Jennings, and I am solo. That's right. I am alone because of a scheduling snafu mix-up that I'm sure is somewhat my responsibility, somewhat their responsibility. I don't like to place blame. All I know is it's 10 p.m. on Monday, and I'm alone. I'm all alone. But since I fired up the whole studio, and we got the lights and the cameras, and we got everything going, I'm going to give you the solo tech news you need to know this week, and we're going to focus on the hardware Google announced at their event last week. Right before the Christmas season, you're going to be looking for some gift options, maybe looking to upgrade your Android phone, get some smart home devices. Google announced a ton of stuff, and we're going to go through all that. Plus, I have a pick for you at the end of the show that even I surprised myself with, so you're going to want to stick around with that. Dan and Colby will be back next time. Let's go ahead and dive right into it at this Google event. Quickly, Google Stadia, we've talked about this on the show before. This is Google's cloud gaming platform. All we really learned was a launch date, November 19th, playable on your TV via Chromecast, Google's Pixel Books or Pixel phones. That's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and talk about the Pixel Buds 2. The original Pixel Buds wireless earbuds didn't really get a lot of pickup. Google is hoping the new ones coming out in 2020 will be much more successful. $179 is what they're going to be priced at in 2020. Hands-free access to Google Assistant. You just say, hey, Google, and it'll pick it up for you. A long-range Bluetooth connection. They say it can be connected up to 3 rooms away and up to a football field away outside, pairing with Pixel phone and other Android devices with a single tap. They also say it's going to have a much more comfortable fit and will automatically detect when it's in your ear. It'll sound better, all these other things. 2 microphones in each Pixel Bud that they say will help with vibration. They're also sweat and water resistant. They say that they will be able to get up to 5 hours of continuous battery life on a single charge and up to 24 hours of battery life using the included case. As I mentioned, next year in the US in 4 colors, white, orange, mint, and black. We also saw the announcement of the Pixelbook Go. Google's tried their hands at a lot of different Chromebook devices. None has really caught on. They're hoping this one will, mainly because it's simple. It is a touchscreen laptop. It doesn't flip, swivel, detach, or do anything fun like that. It's just a computer, but the good news is it starts at $649. Here are the specs for you. Intel 8th Gen Core M3 processor, 8 gigabytes of RAM, 64 gigabytes of storage. That's at that base level, but you can step up in terms of your processor, in terms of your RAM, in terms of the storage. You can price it all the way up to over $1,000 if you're really interested, all the way up to a 4K display and all this sorts of stuff. It comes with a 13.3-inch 1080p display. You can go up to 4K. I don't know why you would. But the idea is for this to be a small, easily portable Chromebook computer. It's got 2 USB-C ports, supports fast charging. It says you can get 2 hours of use in just 20 minutes of charging. And they say the overall battery life will be strong. There you go. So the pre-orders have already opened, but only on the basic model. The pre-orders you can put in today at the more customized model, and those will begin shipping within a couple of weeks. So if you're looking to pick up a relatively affordable Chromebook, it looks like the one from Google may be the way to go for you. In terms of Google's smart home features, they announced a new mini smart speaker. Now, historically, they've been the Google Minis, have been these little smart speakers, but they've recently switched the branding away from Google for the smart home over to the Nest brand. So this is now the Nest Mini Smart Speaker. It's mainly being marketed as an audio device. Will come in 4 colors: black, light gray, coral, and light blue. It's not radically different from the old ones. What is interesting is they say the bass is twice as strong. If you're listening to audio content, the speaker will light up when you place your hand close to it for volume adjustment. It also pairs with other Nest speakers to create a larger sound system. It includes a 3rd microphone that will help in noisy environments and features a dedicated machine learning chip to help Google Assistant run faster. You'll also be able to mount it to the wall, which I don't know why you would do that, but the technology will exist. It'll cost $49. The pre-orders is live right now, and it will go on sale on October 22nd. Hey, that's tomorrow. And available in 23 countries and most major retailers. In addition to the Nest Mini, we also saw the Nest Wi-Fi, a mesh router system with the smart speakers right inside. They've gone ahead and included it. How nice of them. The Nest Wi-Fi is composed of two new kind of bulbous routers and similarly shaped points that extend your coverage. So you have your main router and then your points you put around the home. They say it extends that coverage 25% further than the previous version. Only the points have the Google Assistant smart speaker built in. A 2-pack will cost you $269 and 3-pack for $349. Pre-orders today and available on November 4th. It'll come in 3 colors, white, brown, and blue. Yeah, so there you go. It's also backwards compatible with the existing Google Wi-Fi, which they're going to continue to sell at a cheaper point. And you can still buy a single Nest Wi-Fi router for just $169. So you'll be able to kind of expand and grow your system as you go ahead and buy more. And finally, I guess the big part of the announcement, whatever you say, is the new Pixel phones, the Pixel 4 and the Pixel 4 XL. They come in 3 new colors, white, black, and a limited edition orange, which looks very nice. Up for pre-order right now. It's going to ship later in October. The Pixel 4 starting at $799, the Pixel 4 XL starting at $899. Now let's get into the specs here. The XL has a 6.3-inch Quad HD display. The 5.7-inch has a 1080p display. But both have a 90 hertz max refresh rate, so it's going to be very responsive for you. The 2 Pixels, same hardware, same processor, same storage and RAM. In terms of the top bezel area, this is where you're going to notice some of the newest features of the Pixel 4 here. 2 new features. First is Google's own Face Unlock system, comparable to Apple Face ID. You'll also see Motion Sense, and it allows the Pixel 4 to be controlled with hand gestures. No touching of the phone required. It's Google technology built in there. You can do things like control music or dismiss an incoming call with a wave of your hand near the display. Great if you're like me and you want to pause songs and skip songs while you're cooking and your hands are gross. It all is processed locally on the device and can be disabled at any time. They also upgraded the camera system. The Pixel, known for having a great camera, they added a telephoto portrait lens next to the primary rear camera, 2x zoom through a hybrid of optical and digital focus, as well as some software improvements. Live HDR Plus, you can get a real-time look at the post-processed image while you're framing it. You'll be able to have more control over the HDR. There's improvements with night sight and other such things. There's also a new recorder app that will automatically and quickly transcribe what's being said using Google speech recognition. So if you are in the market for an Android phone and you want the Google experience, you got to check out the Pixel 4, as I said, available later this month starting at $799. That's kind of it from the Google announcement. A lot of interesting hardware. If you're in the Google ecosystem, you got to be happy with this stuff. A new Chromebook, new phone, some smart home stuff. It's all coming together for Google. Not that they need any help. But now, I'm going to do a mini pick, and then I'll let you all go home for the day. I feel like a teacher dismissing the students. So I have forced hot air and forced AC in my home, which requires a rather large air filter to be changed every couple months. Not a big deal. I reorder them as I need them. But as I was on Amazon, I was interested because I usually buy Filtrete by 3M air filters. But Amazon suggested, you might also like these smart air filters. I said, that seems like something I definitely don't need in my life. But for some reason, they were only $5 more expensive than the regular filters. So I said, okay, for $5, I got to get these and try it out. I actually brought a sample for the video viewers here. It's really just a large filter, if you've ever seen a filter, but it's got this little yellow puck on it, this little yellow disc about the size of a drink coaster or something like that stuck to it. And that's got the Bluetooth built in. And the idea is that you insert the filter, you pair it with the Filtrete app on your phone, and what it does is it actually tracks the airflow and usage of the filter. Now, what's interesting, and this is, I think, why it's so cheap and affordable, is it doesn't give you real-time stats on airflow. It doesn't say, like, X number of, how much air per minute or anything like that. They don't get that detailed, but what it does tell you is what percentage used your filter is more accurately than guessing, because you say, I guess I changed it every 3 months, but you don't know if it's actually time for it to be changed. You're just going by the calendar. This will actually tell you based on airflow how used your filter is and when it's time to change it. Is it something anyone actually needs? No, I certainly don't need it. For $5 more, am I maybe going to save money because I get an extra month out of this filter? It's possible. It's just kind of weird. I don't really get the point or the upside of it. It seems like something they pitched, invested $10 million in developing this technology and realized it's not that impressive, but had to sell it anyway. So, if you have filters in your home and are willing to spend a couple bucks more for something a little more interesting, Filtrete smart air filters. They have in all kinds of sizes and filtration qualities. So you can check that out on Amazon, or the link will be on our website. That brings us to the end of this episode. Quick 10 minutes in and out. I told you we'd be done quick. A little bit of tech news, a pick. If you're still listening, I've got to tease Up for Debate. And I know what you're saying, Shaun. Every week you tell us how great Up for Debate is. And I do that because it's true. I wouldn't lie to you. But I got to tease what we've been doing on the show, because I got to be honest, we are on a hot streak over there. Last week's episode, the Newlywed Game, 2.5 married couples came on the show and competed in the classic Newlywed Game, asking questions about one another. It was a ton of fun, and even better, because Matt forgot to invite his wife, which is kind of important. So Matt and I played as a couple, and you don't want to miss it. It was a fun episode, even better on video. That's available wherever you get Up for Debate now, on YouTube or in your podcasting app. But this coming week, I'm thrilled to tease, we are doing another series. People love when we do our series, our Up for Debate Present series, and we are introducing a new series this week, Scary Movies to Watch in the Dark. That's right, just in time for Halloween, we are going to watch 6 classic horror films over the next 6 weeks. I've never watched any of these movies. I don't like horror movies. Matt's seen a few of them, so it's going to be interesting, get some different perspectives on it, and I can tease already the first movie we're going to do, The Exorcist, which I'm so thrilled to finally get a chance to watch. I've never seen it before. It's going to be curious to me if that time of, the style back in that sort of late 60s, early 70s horror stands up to time. How will we respond to 2019? It's going to be a great series. You got to subscribe, upfordebate.tv, or search for Up for Debate wherever you get podcasts. That's the end of that tease. I do have to tease this show. Don'tPanic.io is our website. All the episodes are there. The audio, the video, the link to my pick will be there as well. And of course, subscribe to the show wherever you get podcasts. Just search Don't Panic on all the major platforms. You can also get us, the video version, on YouTube. And of course, you can follow us at Don't Panic Show on Twitter. And email us, don'tpanicshow@gmail.com. As I mentioned, Colby and Dan will be back next week. But I am done talking. I'm going to let you go. Appreciate you hopping on for this mini episode of Don't Panic. But until then, I'm Shaun. Thanks for being here. We'll see you next time.